Hello and welcome to the 1980s. Welcome to Just Vintage Crochet. Today I want to dive into this gorgeous Queen's lace throw, and you can put a back on this, but this actually has no backing. It's just a lacy decorative piece you can put on a chair, your couch, on the end of your bed, wherever you want to put it. So let's look at materials. You will need size 10 bedspread acrylic thread, but I have a world of cotton thread and I feel like it would be very wasteful not to use it. So I will be using a cotton thread. The reason that they want acrylic is likely because it is very heavy and it is very, very drapey. Okay. It says to use, well, you're going to need 21 yards each of the white and ecru. I don't have ecru, but I do have this beautiful golden yellow that I will be using. So I will be using white and golden yellow in bedspread cotton. It also says to use a number 7 steel hook. Now, if you are using the modern Clover set like I have right here, you're going to want to use the number 0 1.75 millimeter. I did test this out with the 1.5 millimeter. It was too small. Vintage number 7 steel hook is about a 1.65 millimeter hook, and Clovers run a little small. So if you use the 1.75, you're going to get extremely close, if not right on the money, with that vintage number 7 1.65 millimeter. So that's what I will be using today, is this modern Clover hook, number 0 1.75 millimeter. Today's video assumes that you know how to read patterns. This is not beginner level. In fact, they even tell you here this is maxed out at challenging. Okay, so this video assumes that you know how to read patterns and you're comfortable with reading patterns. Good thing is this pattern is from the 1980s and it is not too vague in its wording. You just need to be comfortable reading patterns. Reason being, I'm only going to make one tile, and I am going to show you the schematic of how they want the tiles put together. Good news is there aren't any half-size tiles on the outside. Every tile that you will have to make is a full-size tile to sew together. But I'm only going to make one tile. At the end of this video, I will be showing you, where you can pause the screen, the instructions on how to sew your tiles together as you're making them. So you can sew it together as you go. But you will need to be comfortable with reading patterns and familiar with reading patterns in order to accomplish that. It wants us to start with a chain 5 and form a ring, but if you're comfortable and familiar with a magic circle, I recommend doing that. It is what I will be doing, and it will create a cleaner look. And we're going to start with 12 US single crochet, and this pattern, of course, this pattern will be available for you to pick up. And this pattern is in English. It's a US written pattern. So it is in US terms. Okay, that's 3. I'll be right back whenever I have 12. Okay, that's 10, 11, and 12. Let's join into the first single crochet with a slip stitch. I did already play with the start of this pattern, so I recommend that your first single crochet, you yarn under for a lower profile single crochet. So chain 1 and into the stitch that you joined into, go in, and instead of yarning over, just take your hook and come onto just plop it right on top of your thread and pull through. This will give you a bit of a lower profile single crochet just for your first one, only because whenever I practiced with this, my first single crochet was quite bulky, and when we came back to join, it just looked like a mess. So now you have your first single lower profile crochet made. Chain 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All the other single crochets you can do yarn over. It's going to be fine. But with the join, chain 1 and single crochet all into the same stitch, it just looked really messy. Okay, let's skip the next single crochet, and in the next one over, work a single crochet. And if you want, you can do the low profile single crochet all around, but I highly recommend it for the first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the repeat. Skip the next single crochet, and in the next one over, work a single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Skip, next one over, single crochet. We're looking for a total of 6 chain 7 loops. Your last loop will be formed right here. Chain 7 and into this last stitch. Work your slip stitch. I'll be right back. Okay, let's work our last. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And join. Well, let's see if we can join under our starting single crochet. Might look a little better. Yes. Now we're going to slip stitch our way 2 stitches over. Let's ignore this first single crochet. Just jump right over it and slip stitch into the next 2 chains. Okay, that's 1, 2. Now let's go ahead and chain 4. We're going to work a cluster. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're working US treble crochet clusters. These are going to be UK double treble. So yarn over twice and going around the chain, pull through 2. Oops, forgive me. Pull through 2, pull through 2, and stop. Yarn over twice around the chain, pull through 2, pull through 2. Now pull through all 3. There you go. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to form a picot. We're going to slip stitch into the 4th chain down. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always work in the back bumps. You do not have to. Slip stitch, chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Into that same chain space, let's go ahead, yarn over twice and work another cluster. This time we're going to have 4 loops to pull through, and we will have 4 loops to pull through in all the rest. It's just our first one was only 3. So here we go. Pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice. I like to try to keep them next to each other. Again, pull through 2 and 2. One more time, yarn over twice, pull through 2 and 2. Now we have 4 loops to pull through. There we go. Chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, chain space over. We're going to repeat this cluster that we just made here. And we're also going to repeat the chain 7, work a picot in the 4th chain down, chain 3, make another cluster. This is our repeat right here. All of this into every loop around. So here we go. Pull through 2. Pull through all 4. Chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Slip stitch into the 4th chain down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over twice into the same space, make another cluster. There we go. Now we chain 5. And so the chain 5 is what will be what connects everything together. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over twice, make a cluster into the next chain space over. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make a picot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over twice, make a cluster again. And then we chain 5. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's take a look at what we have so far. It's creating sort of these points. When we're all done, it will look a bit like a flower or a snowflake. There you go. So just repeat that 1, 2, 3 more times and then come on back and we will work on the rest. Okay, so worked my way all the way around. Here is my final 5 chains, and we're just going to go ahead and join into the top of our first cluster made. There we go. And it says at this point to cut, we're going to add the white now. There we go. See how it looks like? I mean, you can stop right here if you want to make some snowflake or like winter star little ornaments. Stop right there and starch it. And you can like use, I don't know, a tail or something for a little chain, and you can hang it. Isn't that pretty? I love whenever one pattern can become so many different things. All right, so let's grab the white. Okay, so it says with the white, join into the 3rd chain of any chain 5 space. So that'll be the middle stitch. So there is 1, 2, and 3. There's my 3rd chain. Now we are going to chain 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And into the next chain 5 space over. So just look at your picots, and the middle chain between the picots is where we're going to be working. So into the next 3rd chain over, we're going to work a double crochet, US double crochet, UK treble crochet. We're going to work a V-stitch. So I'm all twisted around. Oh, gorly. Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Double crochet, chain 3, and another double crochet into the same chain. Chain 10, 1, 2, 3, and then repeat. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, chain 5 space over. 1, 2, 3. Double crochet, chain 3, double crochet. So repeat this all around. When you get toward the end, come on back and we will finish this up together. But that is how it should be looking, and when I jump off, I'll go ahead and try to shear up some of these tails here. I'll be right back. Okay, worked myself all the way around. I will weave in this last tail whenever I create another stitch over here so that I can, because I like to weave behind the clumps of stitches in the back. Just makes it easier. But I did get all my other tails weaved in. So I'm going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Suddenly I'm struggling. 7, 8, 9, 10. And let's work another double crochet into the same stitch as the joining. So the same chain that we joined into. There we go. Chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Count 3 chains up. 1, 2, 3, and join with a slip stitch. There we go. So that is what we should have now. And I'll go ahead and just on camera, because some people ask, not a lot, but some people do ask, how do you weave in with the threads? So I will use my smallest darning needle, which is sometimes still too big. And as long as I have a small group of stitches back here, I can go ahead and pick up the backs of them. There we go. No, I picked up a yellow. I only want to pick up the white. There we go. Then come back this way. And then one more time, pick up this second lump here, and then all the way to the end. 1. There we go. And that should do it. There, tails are all weaved in now. So here's our work so far. All right, so now what we're going to do is not chain 1, but slip stitch over into our chain 10 space. There we go. Now go ahead and chain 4, 2, 3, 4. This makes up the height for a US treble crochet, a UK double treble. And let's work 11 US treble, UK double treble into this chain 10 space for a total of 12, since the chain 4 counts as 1. So yarn over twice, and here we go. That's 1, 2, 3. I'll be right back. Okay, so there's our 12 trebles, including our starting chain 4. Now we're going to chain 5, 4, 5, and repeat that all over again into the next chain 10 space. And you're going to repeat this all the way around until you get back around to the beginning, where we will work the next step together. So there you go. 12 in each chain 10 space. Okay, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, there we go. Done all the way around. Now to end this, let's chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, and join with a slip stitch into the top of the chain, not the stitch. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and chain 3, 2, 3 for a beginning decrease. And into the next stitch over, which looks a little gnarled and funky, that one right there, yarn over twice, and we're going to pull through 2 and pull through 2 and stop. Yarn over twice, the next stitch over, repeat that, pulling through 2, yarn over twice, and one more time in the next stitch. So the first 4 stitches will be worked into a decrease. There we go. Yarn over, pull through all 4 stitches. Now let's chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, And into the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to work 2 US treble crochet in each. So here we go. It's 1 and 2. Next stitch over. One and 2. Next stitch over gets 2. And the next stitch over, leaving 4 stitches unworked. Oops. I get 2? Yeah, okay, 2 into the next. I thought I only got 1. I don't know why I thought I only got 1 in that last one. As if I didn't just do it, as if I wasn't just there. Then we're going to decrease the last 4 stitches like the first, so yarn over twice and into the first stitch, pull through 2, pull through 2, yarn over twice, next stitch over, repeat, pull through 2 and 2, again, pull through 2, there we go, and into the last stitch, 2 and 2. Now we have 5 loops on our hook. The first one we have 4. Now we have 5, yarn over, pull through all 5. Oops. Shoot. Okay, now let's chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go ahead and decrease the last 4 stitches, just like we did the first 4, but this time we're going to have 5 loops on our hook instead of 4. So here we go, the next stitch over, yarn over twice, and then the next stitch over, and then the last stitch. There we go. Now we have 5 on the hook. Pull through all 5. Okay, so this is how this repeat all around is going to work. Okay, so let's close off this round together. We will start with our chain 5. I've already chained 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work the single crochet in the chain 4 space, plus a chain 4 for the picot. 3, 4, the picot. There we go. Oh, I was trying to work a single crochet. Oops. Okay, now we're going to chain just 2, yarn over once and into the top of your first decrease here or cluster here. Go ahead and work a double crochet, and that finishes us off in the middle of what would be our last chain 5. Now let's go ahead and chain 11 for the next round. So this will be round 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. And we're going to jump all the way over to the group of stitches that we have here. And let's yarn over twice. So we're going to skip this cluster and this chain 4 space and into the first 2 double crochet of this group of stitches here, we're going to work a cluster. So into the very first stitch, we work 2 incomplete US treble crochet, and I'm going to have to do that again. My stitch spun. Here we go. Okay, that's 1 incomplete US treble, and into the same stitch, a second one. Yarn over twice, and into the next stitch over, we repeat that again. 2 incomplete treble crochets. There we go. Sorry if I was out of frame there. Yarn over, pull through all 5 loops on the hook, chain 4, and work 1 US treble crochet, UK double treble into each of the next 4 stitches, leaving the last 2 unworked to make another cluster. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, no, we got to chain 4 first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over twice and work that cluster into the last 2 stitches. Pull through all 5. There we go. Okay, now let's chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yarn over twice and into the chain 5s on both sides of the picot, work 1 treble crochet separated by a chain 2. So after you work your treble, chain 2, yarn over twice and into the next chain 5 space on the other side of the picot, work another treble, chain 7, and repeat everything that we did here on this side with the cluster, chain 4, 4 trebles, chain 4, cluster, chain 7, and then into the picot chain spaces you work treble, chain 2, treble, chain 7. So now we jump over all of this, and into the first 2 treble crochet we work our cluster. Chain 4, 4 treble. I just went ahead and worked them real quick off camera. Then chain 4 and work the cluster into the last 2 stitches, just like we have been. Okay, and pull through all 5. Then chain 7 and work this whole section again. Okay, do that all around. Meet me whenever you're ready to finish this round off, and we will do that together. To end round 7 together, so I have worked my last chain 7. I'm ready to go ahead and work my treble crochet into the first chain 5 space. Now this time, let's just chain 1, and in the 4th chain up, 1, 2, 3, 4, work a single crochet to join. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Doesn't quite work as well. Let me make my 1 chain a little looser. A little more loose. Let me rephrase. There we go. I'll work a bit of a loose single crochet. That's a little bit better. Still not quite as opened up as the chain 2s, but it's what the pattern calls for. All right, moving on to round 8, we're going to start with a chain of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yarn over twice and into this chain space, the chain 7 space, work a treble crochet. Chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yarn over twice and work a decrease over the next 4 stitches. So that's going to be 4 incomplete US treble, UK double treble. Here we go. Pull through all 5. There we go. Okay, let's chain 9 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And into the next chain 7 space. So we're going to skip all of this. Work another US treble. Okay, let's chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over twice. Work a treble into the chain 2 space. Chain 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And work a treble into the chain 7 space. Then we're going to repeat this bit right here again. So let's chain 9, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yarn over twice, work a decrease over the next 4 stitches. This can 100% be done in a thicker yarn or cotton, and you can probably get away with working a lot less tiles that way, or motifs. I like to call them tiles because they just remind me, sometimes these type of patterns remind me of those beautiful ornate tiled floors. You know what I'm talking about? To me, they just are like tiles, but you can see what we're accomplishing here. Sort of creating a leaf right there. Then we just repeat with our chain 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And yarn over twice and into the chain 7s. We work our treble, chain 5, into the chain 2s, all the chain 2s we work a treble, so all the chain 7s and all the chain 2s. Chain 5. Next, chain 7 over, repeat. Then you chain 9 again and work the decrease. Right there. Okay, so continue to work this all around and come back whenever you're ready to join. Let's finish round 8 together. So I have worked my last decrease cluster, chain 9 into this chain 7 space, work your treble crochet, chain 5, and this counts as it's not really centered, but this is meant to count as the treble crochet. So let's just go ahead and join with the slip stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4 into the 4th chain up. There we go. It's looking real nice. Look at how pretty that is. And yeah, I would say give this a try with a thicker yarn, a thicker cotton, and see how you like it. I really believe you can get away with working a lot less motifs or tiles that way. Okay, so this round is going to be all single crochet. So let's chain 1 and start with a single crochet right into our joining stitch. There we go. Now around this next chain, let's work 6 single crochet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Work 1 single crochet into the top of the treble. Work 11 single crochet into the chain 9 space. I'll go ahead and do that off camera really quick. Okay, there's the 11 single crochet. Then we work 1 into the top of our cluster decrease, 11 into the next chain 9 space again, 1 into the top of the treble crochet, well, if then we're going to work 6 single crochet, 6 into the next, 11, 1, 11, 1, 6, 6, 11. What we're looking for is a grand total of 228 single crochet all the way around by the time we're done. So just remember all the chain 9 spaces, get 11 double crochet, all of these smaller chain spaces get 6, and put 1 double crochet into the top of every stitch and every cluster decrease. Okay, I'll meet you when we get back around to the beginning. Okay, that round of single crochet really did a wonderful job stabilizing the whole thing. Ever so slightly overpacking each chain space really did a great job stabilizing it. All right, it says to cut and weave in our ends, and I did that. There's my little weave in right there. And it says to join with your, I'm going to call it the accent color. They say ecru, but I'm not using ecru. But join into the top of any point with your accent color. This round is going to be very easy. Okay, it wants us to chain 3 for our first double crochet. And then into that same stitch, work 2 more double crochets for a total of 3 above the point. And that's going to be the repeat around. You're going to work 1 double crochet into every stitch, but 3 above the points. I'm assuming this will create that sort of octagon shape. So here we go, 1 double crochet into each stitch across. So I'm going to go ahead and work my way over to the next point. All the way across like that, and then at the next point I'll come back and we'll put 3 into that stitch together. All right, I worked my way all the way over. Here is the stitch above my point right there. So I will work 3 double crochet into that stitch. So that's going to be the repeat all around. Very easy, very relaxing. One of those rounds where you can just sit back, put a video on, put your favorite TV show on. You know what? There is a second season, which I didn't think was going to happen. Season 2 of Tulsa King is out. Ooh, excited about that. Okay, I'm going to work this all around, watch a little TV, might watch some Tulsa King, I don't know. And I will see you in a minute. All right, let's go ahead and finish this round together. Worked all the way around and into the top of the chain 3. Let's just join with a slip stitch and start round 11. So for round 11, we're going to chain 5. That counts as a double crochet plus chain 2. Into the next stitch, now you'll note, there we go, that chain 3 is so thin. We are working in these 3 double crochet that we started with. So into the next stitch, work a double crochet, chain 2, and into the third of these 3 double crochet into the same stitch, work another double crochet. Now just chain 1, and we're going to skip the next stitch, and in the next stitch over, work a double. So we're going to do some single open crochet, meaning we're essentially going to work some filet crochet, but with 1 chain between the doubles instead of 2. So chain 1, skip 1, work a double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, work 1, all the way to the next point. And when we get to this point here, I'll come back and we will work this point together where the 3 double crochet in the same stitch are. Chain 1, skip 1, work 1. Okay, so now I'm at the point where I have 3 double crochet in 1 and 1 unworked stitch separating my last stitch. I've chained 1, so now I'm going to skip 1 and work a double crochet into that first of the 3, chain 2, work a double crochet into the very next of the 3 over, chain 2, and work a double crochet into the last of the 3. So we don't skip any of these, and these double crochets are separated by a chain 2. So that's going to be the repeat all around. Now we just chain 1 and skip 1 and work a double crochet. Okay, I will meet back up with you when we get back around to the beginning. Finishing up round 11, let's chain 1 and count 3 chains up, 1, 2, 3, join with the slip stitch, and then cut. Okay, now into the center of our 3 double crochet that are separated by chain 2s, in that middle double crochet, join your white with a single crochet. This will be the last round before I show you the rest of the pattern and the joining instructions and so on. Okay, chain 1 and single crochet. Now let's work a picot. 1, 2, 3, 4, and instead of slip stitching, I'm just going to work a single crochet with this picot. It makes the picots a little bit more prominent and it's just a little easier. There you go. Now let's go ahead and work 2 single crochet into the chain 2 space. 1, 2, 1 single crochet over the next 5 stitches. The chain 1 space counts as a stitch. So into the top of the double, it's 1 into the chain space, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Work another picot. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we work, here's the repeat, 6 single crochet across the next 6 stitches. Again, chain 1 spaces count as a stitch. So we're always, every time we're done with a picot, we're always going to start our first of 6 in the chain space. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 will always end. Our sixth stitch will always end over the top of a double crochet, and let's work a picot. 3, 4. And we work 6 stitches in a row again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, always ending over a double crochet. Make a picot. Six in a row again. We're working our way over to this first corner. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Picot. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Picot. We are looking for a total of 6 picots between the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Picot. And again. 1. Now that we're at the corner. 2. We really don't have to count too much more here, so I'm not going to count anymore. So I feel like I skipped a stitch. I did. So we're going to work basically 3 single crochet in a row. 1 into the first space, 1 into the top of the double crochet, 1 into the next space. Now we work 1 into the top of the double crochet, 2 into the chain 2 space, 1 into the next double crochet with a picot, 2 into the chain 2 space, 1, 2, and here is where we start this right here again. So now we're going to work 1 single crochet into each of the next 5 stitches across. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Work a picot. So pretty much anytime after you work a point, you start with working 5 single crochet in a row and then a picot and then your 6, 6, 6, 6 until you reach the next point, where you will then do exactly what we did here. Make your way over to the chain 2 space, work 2 single crochet, work 1 into the double with a picot, 2 single crochet into the chain 2 space, 1 into the next double crochet over, and then you work your 5 stitches in a row. So actually you work your 2 single crochet into the chain 2 space, and then you start working your 5 stitches in a row with the first double crochet after the chain 2 space. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Work a picot, and it should end, your 5th stitch should be over a double crochet. Then we start working 6 instead of 5. Always starting with the chain 1 space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, right into the top of the double with a picot. and we do our 6 again. So the only time that 6 is interrupted is when we're working a point and then just after the point. We do 5 instead of 6. But this is the repeat. This is how everything should look. So come on back where we will join together, and then I will show you on camera the rest of the pattern. It's all basically making this motif over and over again, but I'm going to show you the joining instructions, and I'm going to show you the schematics for the sewing layout, because they do have second row motif and third row motifs. So they are, only reason they are a little bit different is the joining of them. But if you're familiar, if you're comfortable with patterns, which is why this video requires you to be comfortable with patterns, it's gonna be really, really easy. This is not for beginners at all. If you're a beginner, you're always more than welcome to challenge yourself and try it. Like, I'm not saying you're forbidden, but this video is not meant to teach beginners how to make this. It is for the experienced, or those who challenge themselves to be more experienced. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I did one too many. Okay, so I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera, and I will be right back. There we go. And remember, we are looking for 6 picots, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, between the points. So now that we have round 12 figured out, I'm going to show you the rest of this pattern. And of course, if it's easier for you to just have the physical pattern, I don't blame you. Here are the instructions for the second motif. And basically, it's repeat everything, rounds 1 through 11 of the motif we just made. And then for joining the picot, that's the round 12 of the picot round. And here's all your instructions for that. Just pause the screen, take screenshots. Okay, now let's move on to the next row. So when they say row, they mean like column, okay? So second row, first motif, repeat the same motif we just worked together, rounds 1 through 11, and here are the instructions for round 12. Now hold that back like that so you can see everything, and of course take a screenshot. Second row, second motif, there you go. And then the rest. Third row or column, first motif. Okay, now let me show you the schematic. Here is the layout, and they have it marked first motif, second, first, second, first, second. Once you're done working all these like this, then you just come back over here and start again, laying them out. Don't worry about the border yet. Okay. The tassel instructions, many of you already know how to do this, so you don't even need these instructions. Here is the border instructions. Very, very easy. Again, experienced crocheters, you won't need me to show you this. It's very, very easy. The instructions, as you can see, are very clearly and well laid out. Okay, let's move on to the next page of border instructions. Get your screenshots. This is a continuation from the previous page. And up to there. Round 3 of the border. Round 4 with a pattern note. Round 5 with a pattern note. Okay, and there is the picture there. It's absolutely stunning. The tassels are perfect. Okay, Again, you can find this pattern in the link down below if it's easier for you to work from the physical pattern, or if you're unable to get the pattern, there is the rest of it for you for free, because I want to make sure that anyone who wants to make this isn't going to be held back by some kind of a paywall, because that just feels wrong. So you have an option. You can take screenshots and work from the video, or you can pick up the pattern. And of course, I always keep my patterns extremely affordable. When a pattern includes a video tutorial, it's $3. Whenever it does not, it's $2. Very affordable, especially if you see some of the other prices on Etsy for patterns. We're talking $4, $5, $6, $8, $10. It's kind of obnoxious, but okay. There you go. You guys let me know what you think in the comments. This is as far as I got so far. I was just too eager to show you the rest of the pattern. I think this thing is absolutely perfect and beautiful in every way. And if you make one, please email me a picture so that I can share it with the rest of the community. Okay, guys, I love you lots. I will see you real soon, and I do hope to see some of your finished work, even if you just make one tile. I'd love to see it. All right, guys, see you real soon. Bye.